Hi Luke, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You calling us from Bristol, is it?
It is, yeah. I'm from Bristol, yeah. I'm
Oh,
sitting in my
right.
little studio in my house.
Oh, very nice, very nice. What's it like in Bristol today?
I'll tell you. It's all right. It's okay. A little bit grey, but it's not too bad. Very windy.
And okay, so just getting started. If you just tell us a little bit about the band and sort of how long you've been together and that.
Okay, yeah, cool. Sorry, can you tell me your name?
Rebecca, sorry.
Rebecca.
Should have mentioned that, yeah, Rebecca.
So yeah, the band's called Goan Dogs, as I presume you know. We've been together for a while, for a few years, and we've just done our first album and just released it, called Call Your Mum, which is really exciting. It's kind of a weird thing to do it after like a long time of being together, but we just decided now was the time, and it's gone well, and it's been a fun experience. And now we're just waiting for lockdown to end so we can go and play it out.
Oh, good. What's the response been like so far then to the album?
It's been really good. Yeah, it's been really good. We've had lots of plays on the radio. People seem really positive about it, which is great. Yeah, it makes you feel like it's kind of worth it, you know.
So you said it's been quite a long time coming. How long has this album been in the making?
I say maybe a couple of years ago we thought it's time to do it. I produced and mixed the record.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't something I'd done before, so it was a kind of a learning curve in that respect as well. So it was like we've been working with producers in the past, and it's kind of gone okay, but we're like control freaks, so yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you'll stick to doing that then, self-producing from now on?
Yeah, I really like it. It's a kind of I'm really glad I started, because it's become a bit of a life obsession. Because it's a different thing. Like before, we were like a live band, and the recording came second, and now it's like, okay, it's a completely different kettle of fish. It's like, how do we make a record that people are going to want to listen to, you know? Yeah.
Would you say you've got a favourite over performing live or recording, or you'd like both?
I think I really like both things. Yeah, because I love producing and mixing, but it's a very solo affair. You're kind of stuck in a little room, and going out on the road that's kind of what it's all about, really. I think for me, I can't have one without the other.
On the album Call Your Mum, have you got like a standout track that's your favourite, whether to like to play or to listen to?
There's a track called I Don't Want to Fight, which
that was my favourite one as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think I'll say I Don't Want to Fight. That turned out pretty well.
And with a lot of the songs, as obviously we haven't been able to like go to gigs or anything, have you been able to play them all live so far, or are there still some that we haven't heard in a live setting yet?
There's quite a lot that. Okay, so we did a gig the other day.
Oh yeah.
At a place called the Louisiana in Bristol, which is a great venue that's been around for a long time, and we played pretty much the whole album in that gig. It was like obviously there was no audience, or it was a live streamed gig, but yeah, for the first time we played pretty much the whole album, and it was a real case of learning how to nuance the songs in a live setting.
Yeah,
but it went really well, and it was fun. So that was the first time we played it live. Yeah.
Is there one that you're really looking forward to getting to see that reaction from an audience when you do finally get to play live?
There's a track called Now or Never, which we were a bit apprehensive about playing because it's really hard to play. But it kind of came across. It turned out pretty good, and looking forward to getting that one. It's got like a real kind of swagger to it, which is always fun to do.
So what are your plans for the rest of the year then? Obviously we had like these sort of announcements a few days ago that we might be able to get back to like gigging and stuff. Have you got like a tour or anything in mind?
Yeah, we've got a tour, quite a big tour, booked towards the end of the year.
Good.
which we're just kind of currently sorting out the details of, which is really exciting. We can't wait to do that. That's going to be wicked. It's kind of scary getting in front of people again, but yeah, really can't wait. And then we've got a few live things coming out. We've been trying to be as busy as possible, recording ourselves doing stuff of course, in a socially distant, safe way.
Yeah.
So there's a few videos coming out. There's a track we've got called Zombies, and we did a video for that, which is coming out soon, like a live thing. So stay tuned.
Cool. And with a lot of the writing as well of this album, was that all done before last year, or is some of it more recent, done over Zoom as opposed to being in the room with each other?
I think so I'd say about 50-50. Some of it was recorded in 2000, written in 2019, and then some of it and the rest of it was kind of done in 2020. If there was ever a time where the restrictions allowed us to get together, we would do that. But a lot of it was, doing it online and kind of finessing the tunes in my little studio.
And have you used that studio for making the whole album then, the one in your house?
Yeah. The only thing we didn't do up here is drums, because it's you can only fit one person in it.
And aside from music and stuff, have you picked up any other little hobbies or that during the past year, keeping yourself occupied?
Well, because I had to learn, not only had to make an album, but also learn how to do it. It took pretty much my whole being. But the only other thing I've done is a bit gardening. Oh yeah. Have you got anything growing at the moment? No, it's like a wasteland out there at the moment, but I hope that when the sun comes out again. Last year I grew some tomatoes, and I was eating tomatoes every day for about 6 months, which was great.
Yeah, my friend got me a little cactus plant, so I've been trying to look after that recently. It's not dead yet, which is good. I mean, I think you only have to water them about once a week, so it's not too much maintenance. But yeah, he's looking all right. That's good. And with your music and stuff, who would you say your biggest influence is?
It sort of changes all the time, really. I think I've always been a real big fan of Tame Impala.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Parker he's a cool dude. The album Currents that he put out a little while ago, that was one of my favorite albums, I think. I hope that the influences aren't too apparent on the album we've done. And then just everything, pick up little bits from here and there, and I think what often happens is you hear something, you get an idea, you kind of copy it, and then it turns into something else, and then that's how people develop their own style. So I'd say that's happened to me.
Yeah, I can sort of hear the Tame, I didn't notice it before, but now you've mentioned it, I can sort of hear that little reference throughout the album. Yeah. Cool. And I've got a couple questions from what the listeners have sent in. So I've got one from Ian. He wants to know, how did you feel performing your first live gig?
I felt very nervous because there could have been any number of people watching. I mean, there wasn't that many people watching, but there could have been. But then when we did it, it was like remembering what it was like to do it back in the day. So yeah, it was great.
Is that your first live gig with the Goan Dogs, the band you're with at the moment, or in ever?
Oh, was the question about the first live gig we ever played?
I'm not sure. It doesn't say here. It just says first live gig. So I'd take it as either.
Let's just presume that Ian meant the first one after lockdown, and it was great.
Good. And I've got one from Anna, and she wants to know, do you have any advice for young bands starting out?
Yeah, I would say just keep going, don't stop doing it, and keep creating. And if you ever do something you think is cool, then just do something else that you think is cool. As soon as you stop and you think we've got the right thing here, then other people move past you. So don't stop. That's my advice.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What's the best advice that you've been given as well? Like maybe something that someone's told you that's kind of influenced what you're doing now?
That's a tough question. What have people said to us? I don't know. I can't think. Pass.
Okay, next one. All right, I've got a little bit of a quick fire round for you now. So what was the first gig that you ever went to?
Calexico.
Oh, I've not heard of them. What sort of music is that?
Like Americana / mariachi trumpets, Mexican thing.
That's quite a cool mix. Was that in Bristol?
It was, yeah. I've seen them a few times since. They used to be my favourite thing ever. They're really cool.
Do they influence what you're making at the moment, would you say?
No, but they, to start with, that we were obsessed with them, and they were like what we held as like the thing to copy. Yeah.
And what was the first album that you bought?
Oh God. I think it might have been Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses.
Oh, a classic. What's your favourite track off of that one?
I really like Mr. Brownstone because it's not the one that everyone goes on about, but it's got a killer riff, and yeah, I'd say Mr. Brownstone.
And what's your favourite venue to play?
I'm just going to say Glastonbury because it's great.
Yeah. How many times have you played it?
We've only played there one time. Just one time, but it was one of the best gigs we've done. It was really good fun.
Do you have any hidden talents?
If I do, they're so well hidden. I don't know what they are. I'm good at making things.
Oh yeah. What sort of things?
I can make and fix most things, like furniture. That's kind of my job outside of the band, so I hope I'm good at it.
Yeah. Who's an artist that you would like to work with?
Kanye.
Good choice.
Got away. You don't want to set your sights too high.
Yeah. And what's your most played song at the moment?
Most played song. I'm listening to Rosalia's album. It's not that new anymore, but I love it. It's so cool. And I can't pronounce the names of the songs, so I'll just say the whole album.
Oh, yeah. I played one of her songs on my radio show before. I think it was the one she released with Billie Eilish quite recently. And all through the show, I'm like, don't say it wrong. Did
you say it wrong?
I think I got away with it. I think no one mentioned it, so I'll just do that. Say it quickly and no one will notice.
But she's great. She's great, isn't she? Yeah. And
also, I've got a question from Ben as well. He asked, if you could support one band, who would it be?
That's a good question. I'll say, can it be an artist as well?
Yeah, any.
I'm not sure he'd have us, but I'll say Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that's a good choice. And where would you be playing? Is this Glastonbury?
Yeah, we'll play. Yeah. I tell you what, we'll support him on the Pyramid stage at Glastonbury. How about that?
Yeah. And finally, would you like to request a song for me to play on the show?
Yeah, but I can't think of any songs. I'm just gonna turn my computer on and I'm gonna look on my Spotify what I've just listened to, and I'll give you. Oh, do you know what? The last song I listened to was "On the Level" by Mac DeMarco.
Okay, thanks. Well, I'll get that on for you on Saturday then. And if you want to just do a little plug, if people want to hear some more from you in the band, where can they find you?
Yeah, so jump on Spotify, type in Goan Dogs, of course, and check out our album Call Your Mum. Also, follow us on socials on Instagram and that kind of thing for new and exciting, brilliant content, maybe.
Okay, thanks very much. Oh, also one more question. Where does the name Goan Dogs come from? Because I was looking at it, I'm like, is a Goan dog, is it a thing? I wasn't sure. Yeah. So.
Goan Dogs is like dogs from Goa. There's a place in India called Goa.
Oh, okay.
So dogs from Goa, Goan Dogs.
Oh, cool. Whose idea was the band name?
It was my idea. Because I went to Goa and there was loads of dogs there. If I could choose again, maybe I wouldn't use that because no one can pronounce it, but it is what it is.
I like it. Anyway, thanks so much for coming on and talking to us.
Wicked, is that okay? Did I do all right?
Yeah, you did brilliantly.
Sounds good, thank you very much.
That's all right, thanks for having me.
All right, see you later on.
All right, bye.